you're new here, my name's Yvette. From the thumbnail, you've probably guessed it, but I'm discussing People Watching by Hannah Bonam-Young. Now, I'm kind of like nearly midway through, I would say. I am in the middle of chapter 12, and yeah, I'm going to a book event, like Hannah Bonam-Young's book event on Tuesday, so I really need to get this read, but I've been in like a super big reading slump at the minute. I don't know what it is, because I'm really enjoying this book, but I'm in such a slump. However, really sorry, I got cut off, my mum rang me. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know, I'm just in a bit of a slump at the minute, but I'm hoping that this book will drag me out from the depths of a reading slump. It is like super cute, and if you know me, you know Out on a Limb is like one of my all-time favourite books ever. Like, it's god tier to me. Yeah, this book at the minute is really good, so I'll give you kind of my thoughts and my background on it. So the FMC is called Prudence Welch, and people call her Prue. If you can see from the cover, I would say she's a bit alternative, and so is Milo, I would say. Let me try and find my bookmark. I got this like special edition from Book Lovers. So that's Prue. As you can see, she's got luscious hair, she's gorge. And this is the MMC, Milo. He's a big bruiser with tattoos. Slay. So actually I got this because I got the special edition from, I've still kept it, Book Lovers Bookshop. And it came with a bookmark, it came with that bad little card saying thank you, and actually it came with like a signed piece of paper from Hannah Bonam-Young, which I'm like, that's so cute. So I'm really glad. It was only £10, so I actually didn't think it was that bad to get like a little pack with it. It was super cute. They are the FMC MMC. Sorry, I always go off on tangents. And basically, Prudence's mum has Alzheimer's, and she used to be an art teacher. Now, Prue has moved home and is helping her dad out, but basically she has no life. So her dad kind of gets a bit frustrated with her because he wants her to be living her life, like as she should be. She's young, and you know, even though she does want to look after her mum, there's like this struggle between like, I need to start my life and start doing things and having hobbies, and you know, it's this balance between being there for your mum and dad. Obviously her mum's super sick, and then like still having your own time and having your own happiness. Now enter Milo, and I actually can't pronounce, he's Russian, there's like Russian backgrounds throughout this. I think Prudence's dad is Russian, or has like Russian blood, like Russian ancestors, and Milo I think is the same. I think he's got like a very Russian sounding last name, Kablukov. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But he basically is like, turns back up to his, I think it's his brother's place, and who is living with his wife and their kids, and turns up back to his brother's place to help out with their beer business that they're trying to get up and started and get going. And he basically turns up in a beat up car and doesn't have a lot. They have like a bit of a meet cute and end up meeting in Prudence's mum and dad's shop, which I think is like a normal corner shop. And obviously Milo sees her and is obsessed with her already, and is like, oh my god, she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. And Prudence thinks Milo's hot, but she doesn't want to go there because she's like, I've got enough on my hands. He looks like a playboy, so yeah. So far I'm really enjoying it. Milo knows Prudence's mum. This is how it all connects. Milo knows Prudence's mum that has Alzheimer's because she used to be his teacher. And she was the teacher that actually helped Milo to discover that he loved art and he loves drawing. So he carries around with him everywhere he goes this pencil drawing of where he draws. I don't know what he draws, I've not got to that bit yet, but he carries it around with him. And it just so happens that, you know, he sees Prudence's mum and doesn't realise she's poorly, then quickly realises she's poorly and has now agreed to go and kind of do some art with her, because Prudence's mum, even though she is forgetting her memory, she does still like to paint, and obviously Milo likes to paint, likes to draw. So, and they have that connection there, which I think is super sweet. So they are introducing Milo back to Mrs. Welch, the art teacher, who unfortunately has Alzheimer's, and he's going to help her by drawing and painting and hopefully igniting that spark that she has in her again. So I'm in the middle of chapter 12, that's what, page 128 a minute, and Milo just found out it's Prue's birthday and she didn't tell him. She was meant to invite him, but her dad threw this big party with all the town, and she's like, super embarrassing, I didn't want to do anything. But anyway, he turned up after he found out it was her birthday. She's trying to deny her feelings. He's full on like, I fancy you so much. he's all in. And she's just like, no, like I've got enough to do. I've got enough on. I don't want to be getting entangled with any of this. We should just be friends. Friends. So at the minute, they're just friends. So that's where I'm up to. Now I have the Hannah Bonam-Young book event on Tuesday. So hopefully I can film that for you in this. That'd be super cool. And yeah, I'm hoping, I've never been to an author's like book event before, so I'm hoping, I assume she'll be talking about this book, and I don't know whether to take it out on a limb as well, because that's my like it's one of my all-time god tier favourites, so I don't know whether to take that. I don't know if she'll be signing any books. Obviously I've got that little piece of paper that's been pre-signed in here, but I don't know if she'll be like signing her books or if we'll get to literally meet and greet her. I'm not too sure. But I'm taking my mum, I booked us tickets, and yeah, I'm really excited. So I definitely need to get this finished before I go, for sure. The only thing, like I've been saying, I've been reading it for the past 2 weeks because I keep getting obsessed with TikTok. I'm just one of these people that obsesses over one thing. So if I'm not obsessing over books, I'll be obsessing over videos on TikTok. So to be honest, I need to like have like a ban. I've got a limit on it. I have a 1 hour limit. I press ignore every day. What's the point in having the limit if you can just press ignore? It's not good. So I'm going to try and stick to the limit, and if I need to, read my book. I need to read. But yeah, I am super excited for the event, and this book at the minute is really helping me get through my slump, especially over the last couple of days where I've really like picked up the reading, because I was just reading like a chapter and then like leaving it for a week. So yeah, I am really enjoying it at the minute, so I'll keep you updated on progress. Hello gorgeous people, bit of an update. It's been a couple of days. I am currently I'm just about to start chapter 15, and I can feel myself coming out of this slump. I definitely just need to read something by Hannah Bonam-Young to try and get myself out of the slump. Now, it has taken me to like near the middle-ish of the book to get out of my slump, let's say, because I have been dragging my feet reading this book. However, if I had actually sat down just one day and, you know, read for 2-3 hours, I would have been totally like engulfed in the book. Because now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh, things are happening, people are flirting, and there is loads of stuff going on. They played Truth or Dare, and things were starting to take off, and Milo was like, we need to rethink this. I think he wants to take it seriously. He doesn't want it to be a fling and then him get off. He wants to get off in another way. I am really happy with this book at the minute, and I am enjoying it. I'm going to the event tomorrow, so I do need to try and finish it tonight. I am busy tonight, so I'm hoping at some point I might just have to stay up late and read it all. But yeah, that's the update so far. Is basically I'm not that much more further than when I spoke to you the other day. However, stuff is happening and I'm really enjoying it. So fingers crossed I finish it before the event tomorrow. It has been a couple of days since I've actually filmed something on here, but I did finish People Watching. Now, I finished this on the way to the Hannah Bonam-Young book event. Great timing. I finished it on the train on the way there. And honestly,
I've rated it 5 stars, and I feel like maybe I did it because I was on the way to the event, but I didn't tell her that when I did meet her. Side note, I met the author. But yeah, I didn't actually tell her that, so I guess there's no stakes in it. What I do want to say is that it has pulled me out of the biggest reading slump. I've been in a reading slump for about the past month. I had to finish, is it Catabasis or Catabasis, in the middle, because obviously this book came out and I was going to the event, so I was like, well, I need to actually read this book. And I don't know why it took me so long. When I got to the midway point of this book, I really was just like, yeah, like, this is why I read. This is why I read. This book is why I read. Like, every emotion that you needed to feel was in this book. And yeah, I rated it 5 stars. I think I was like at like semi-star of the book when I was talking to you guys. And their relationship, so I'm talking about Milo and Prue's relationship, really grew throughout this book. And it was quite nice to have a man obsessed with a girl, but like in a nice way, not in like a creepy way. And, you know, she was playing hard to get, but she recognised her feelings like very, very early on. And he was trying to fight his feelings because, you know, he's a playboy. But honestly, it was nice to see how their lives intertwined without them knowing. For instance, he had, spoiler, he has a tattoo that he thought was actually her mum's handwriting from when he was one of her students. He was like an art student for Prue's mum, and he thought that this little like line, this little poem that he had on his arm was from her, but actually it was from Prue. And when that all came together, I was like, their lives are like so intertwined already. I just love it so much. I found the parts with her family being poorly, I won't say what, unless I've already said, I can't remember. I found that quite difficult, but I think I'm growing myself reading about hard topics that are like close to home. I think I can actually deal with that now and like read it. So that's why when I read like Next of Kin, Next to You, I think one of them I found really difficult to read. It gives the story more depth, it makes it real. I really feel that more romance books need to do this. They kind of most romance books make it very like flowery and very everything's okay, but actually with Hannah Bonam-Young's writing, she does put hard topics in there and like real life topics. So obviously moving on to this is how I know all of that. She was, when I went to the book event, I did like a bit of footage, so I'll put something up. I only literally took some pictures and like 1 or 2 videos, like not much, because I didn't want to film. I just wanted to sit and listen to her speak. She is so funny. I was cackling laughing, and also her PA, who is also her best friend Sophie. I'll put their links to their profiles like down below. Honestly, I was cackling laughing. You can tell they're best friends. It was really, really funny, and I really enjoyed hearing the author speak about her books and linking all of them in some ways. You know, she would flip and flop, and like my all-time favourite is Out on a Limb, and she did speak about Out on a Limb like in ways that relate to her writing and how she comes with ideas and how she gets the ideas and how she writes. And honestly, I just enjoyed the evening so much. And I stood in a queue. I ended up at the back of the queue. Don't ask, it's a whole thing. I ended up at the back of the queue to get my book signed. Now, I've never been to like an author thing before, so rookie me just took 2 books. I took People Watching, and then I took my all-time favourite, Out on a Limb. I took that with me, and I was like, oh yeah, that, like, what if they limit it, blah blah blah. Silly, I should have just taken them all, and if they said 2, just pull 2 out. Like, I don't know why I didn't do that. Duh. Anyway, so rookie mistake for me. It was quite gutted I didn't take them all. However, I didn't get People Watching personalised, but I did get her signature. And obviously, you know that I got kind of like not a special edition, but I kind of got one before where I got a little signed piece of paper and a bookmark. I will be using this throughout all the books. So this came with the book when I ordered it, but on the evening as well, they also handed out these. Like illustration of, like from the book. Obsessed. I don't know if you can see that very well, it's quite dark. But yeah, literally, I am obsessed with this. So, we got like a little token, it was quite cute. And I'll show you out on a limb that I got signed. Also, I love that my bookshelf is like right behind me now. So, one of my god tier all-time favourites. And she signed it, and I got it personalised with my name. I'm so happy. I just had such the best evening listening to her speak and meeting her, standing in that queue for ages to meet her. It was worth it. And yeah, I've rated this 5 stars. It really has brought me out of my slump, so I'm gonna carry on with all of the other books that I need to carry on reading. Side note of a couple of books that I've bought recently. I don't know if I've already shown them. I've definitely not shown one. So starting with like, I guess, autumnal, fall, Halloween feels. Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. Now the cover of this, I saw it. This was actually in Aldi. And when I saw the cover, I was like, well, this just makes sense for Halloween, doesn't it? Like, the book's not even that thick. So I was like, I looked on Goodreads, obviously, because I wanted to see the rating, and I was like, yeah, it's got good ratings. And I think this was like $2.99, so I was like, basically free. You can't even get a coffee for $2.99. So this is the first one I've bought. The second one I bought is actually one of Hannah's friends, Lila Sage, and Soul Searching. And look at the sprayed edge. This was £5 from the works, and it's her new book that's just come out. So I'm excited to read this. I think it's something a bit different from her, so I'm intrigued. I've not even read the blurb, but like Hannah, I'll read anything by Lila, so I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up because I like their writing style. Like, why not? So I am excited to start this. One thing I will say now, this might be controversial, however, I'm not a fan that every shop does like a sprayed edge version now. I feel like sprayed edges used to be few and far between. Like when I went into the works, it always used to be like, oh, there's only a couple of books actually with sprayed edge, like if you don't want to read it, you don't get it, you know. But now there's books, like most books in the works have sprayed edges, and I'm like, it doesn't make it special now. Like, does that mean every single book ever is gonna have a sprayed edge? You know what I mean? How far does it go? I get it that they're popular, and obviously they do look nice. I'm not complaining. I am complaining, but I'm not complaining. But I am a bit like, when does it stop? When will every book now just have sprayed edges forever? So these are my 2 new books that I have to add to the shelf. Don't ask me where. I'm planning on getting a new shelf, a bigger shelf. 4 maybe in here. I'm still debating having a reading room. I'm flipping and flopping between, but to have a reading room in the front room downstairs, it would need a lot of work. Like, I think we need the chimney closing off, and because it's quite cold and I don't want to sit in there like in the winter with all my books because it's too cold. Like, we need first of all, we need a radiator in there. Don't ask me, there's no radiator in the front room. And then there's just like a hole to the fireplace, because obviously it's just like an open fireplace, but it's not actually a working fireplace, so it's just a drafty hole. Anyway, this is a side note. So if I did want that to be my reading room, I would really need to spend quite a lot of money getting it up to standard. I would need either a radiator, or I would need to get like some sort of fire in there that isn't electrical, like coal, wood, and then it's like, well, how much does that cost? It'd probably be cheaper to get a radiator, but definitely need it closing off. So there's lots to do. So I'm just gonna stay here for now. I feel like that's the best bet, is to just build it round here. Now this room is super small. If I actually sort the stuff out that's here, which I won't show you, I could put more bookshelves there, Or I could try and switch it around and put my desk there, get a smaller desk, put it there, because this desk is quite big and I don't actually need all this space, so I could get a really compact, skinny, small desk, put it behind me, and then just have a wall of books here. That is a possibility as well. So there are options if I actually can sort my shit out. So at the minute, I'm planning on getting a bookshelf for maybe here behind me, a bit bigger. All I want to say is that I've had a really good time. I think I'm out of my reading slump now. This book, People Watching, is 5 stars. HBY is also 5 stars. I love her. I loved meeting her and she's hilarious and I want to be her best friend. Yeah, thank you for joining me today. I hope you've really enjoyed it, and please do go read this book. It is a 5 star from me. The depth of the book and the romance in it, peak. I love it. It's up there with Out on a Limb. It doesn't quite beat Out on a Limb because I am partial to it, but it is up there. Yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, love you lots, goodbye.